Hello everyone, it's Evgeny here at No Code Genius, and I want to show you some of my clonables that I created for Webflow. Webflow is a no-code tool, as many of you know, and it's a no-code tool for developers. Now, this is a project that was created part of the Flux Academy's very own From Brief to Website in 3 Days challenge. I got a top 10 spot within that challenge, and there were a bit more than 100 people involved, so that's pretty cool. Now, with that in mind, I want to share a bit about the process, and also I want to show you how this clonable was made. I mean, it was not a clonable, it was an actual project, but yeah. Anyways, initially we had a brief. From the brief we created a branding, and as we created the branding, what happened next is we created the information architecture that talked about, hey, these are the things that we want to see in the homepage. As that was created, we moved forwards to tackle the design, and after design I tackled development. So let me show you how this looks like in live. So this is the site, this is the hero section, this is the destination section. So these are basically light boxes that show you the destinations within certain countries. So New Zealand, Yemen, so all of these are different. Argentina, Vietnam, and so forward. This is a bit about the travel agency. Now next we have a testimonial section where you can take a look at different people and where they have been and what they say about the vacation they were on. We have a FAQ section that talk about, well, exactly that, frequently asked questions. You have a CTA right before the footer. We have the footer, and obviously there's a form that talks about the next adventure that you will be on. So yeah, let me take you through the project and how it was made in Webflow. So here we are. Initially, what you will want to look at is the style guide. So the style guide is it's nothing special, but I'm pretty sure that you'll find it useful. So you have some components. You have like the basic typography, the buttons and links. You have the colors. You have the layout components for white background. So this testimonial section, you have a CTA section, you have a footer, and then you have also the same thing with dark sections. So the typography, the buttons and links, you have the colors, you have the layout components for dark background, and these are the FAQs. So yeah, let's go from the start and go to the home page. Basically, initially we have a navigation, and navigation is outside of the page wrap. Footer should be as well, so let me take that out. Why is that? Well, because for SEO purposes you want your navigation, so the header, to be outside of the main component, and the footer tag. So main tag, footer tag, nav tag. Obviously you can nest everything inside a single div for organization purposes and call it, I don't know, page wrapper or whatever, but I'm not going to do that now. So what about the header? You can see that we have a moving or an animated on hover in logo, and this is not the Lottie. This was actually done customly. We embedded the SVG and then added a bit of CSS and CSS animation to make it happen. So now when you hover in, this what happens. Obviously, with no code only, you cannot do it. So even with no code, there is never no code. There is little code or low code, and that's exactly what I'm trying to teach here. So yeah, another thing that is pretty cool is we've got the preloader animation. So this what happens when the homepage is loading. So once you get into the website, and also there is the navigation hide and show animation. that you can also find in this animation panel. So nav show, nav hide, that's the animation. Another thing to note is there is a custom cursor, and if you go into the custom code, you'll see that there is a bit, there it is. So the cursor, and here's the code. This was taken from Timothy Ricks, and I'll link the tutorial for this in the video down below. So this is what happens when you enter the card. So basically these are all the events that happen for the custom cursor up to here. I believe it's up to here. Up to here. So yeah, that's the thing. Moving on, next we've got the section about the agency. That's nothing special. Now what you should keep in mind is this testimonial section is pretty cool. So why is it cool? Most people would say, hey, this type of slider, it is completely impossible to make it inside Webflow with Webflow native slider. Well, those people would be wrong. So it's possible, it's not ideal though. So right here we have one slider, a bit of custom code. We have another slider. So basically we have two sliders connected with some custom code. So the custom code is once again here in the homepage settings. Says this is it. So what basically happens with that code is once you click on this arrow that is connected to this slider here, the slider here is also changing the slides. So in order to understand how these slides are being changed, you need to go to the slider component, or yeah, slider slide. So this is for the people, and here you'll see what happens once the slide is changed. So this is what happens. So everything is 50% opacity, and once the slide is active, it gets 100% opacity. Now for this second slider, or the first slider, we've got a similar thing going on. We've got on slide change. The image moves in from the bottom. So from the bottom, so 100% below, that's initial state, and the final state is 0%. So it moves in from the bottom to its initial state. And yeah, if you want to understand how, usually the slides are moving from left to right. How in the world would you do something like this? Well, you need to click on the slider and click the or the gear icon here. You've got crossfade animation, you've got easing ease, but you need to set your duration to 0. Same thing here, you've got your slide ease, but the duration is 500, so this here does not matter. You also want to infinite repeat slides, just like here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So what else can I show you? I guess it would be fun to figure out how I'm doing these FAQ items, but I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to see this somewhere else. So you've got your question answer wrap, you've got your question wrap, and you've got your mask. So within this, so the mask has an overflow hidden, and within this you've got an answer wrap that has a padding. So what this does is whenever you have this interaction that once you click, you will not have a lagging effect. So usually if you do not have this mask, everything will be jumpy. It will kind of, the content will jump down, and then it will kind of abruptly disappear when you want to close the FAQ question and answer wrap. But now it's quite smooth. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, I hope you found this useful. But I did not cover how I created this, how I created the pop-up model. So this is the pop-up model. Let me show you where it is. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if we click on the button, we'll get the pop-up open. So this is the pop-up. It has display hide, and basically once you click on this, you'll get the background and the pop-up model will go to the right, and you have a basic form here. Once you fill it in and you submit, you'll get a success message. And then if you click X, this pop-up model will also hide. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you found this useful. Let me know if you found this clonable fun and useful. Obviously, I created it for educational purposes, but you can do with it whatever you'd like. Here you've got my credits. So if you click on it, you'll go to my very own website that is unfortunately currently in development phase, but hopefully soon enough it will become a real life website. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.